Hi guys, it's Chantale from Lepage Café. I am super excited to be part of a video hop with a bunch of wonderful ladies. I will post their link below. Today is all about textures. We are talking tea bags. The wonderful tea bags that you use to dye your papers if you dye papers. There's always these tea bags after you're done, right? And then most people, I know for a fact, just throw these out. Now what I do is I take them, dry them out properly, and then, you know, there's the little lines at the top here. I just grab them from both sides, pull them gently, right? Just like that. Oops. And I'm not too concerned about the edges because I love these. So I'm just literally opening it up to get the tea out, and then I just dump the tea out. You could use the tea for a texture if you're doing mixed media or even on your tags, but for this, I kind of accidentally took it apart, but that's okay. So what you will do, what we're going to create today is these, if we have enough time. Now I tried to do the steps a little faster, like so that it wouldn't be too long. So here we go. So if I talk fast, it's just because I'm trying to just move along because I want this video to be between 20 and 30 minutes. So it's easier to upload. Okay. So I want you to make sure to go check out the other girls and follow the instructions that I will link below. So we're going to do this pocket first. Okay. So it's just an envelope that I have tea dyed. So what I do is I just rip it in the middle, okay? No real reason why, and then I glued this part, which I should have done first, obviously. But, you know, and of course, because I'm going to do a little bit of sewing, I've got my sewing machine beside me. I'm just using Mod Podge. You can use glue. I just happen to have it right here. You do not need to use Mod Podge for this. I just had it here, so I'm just grabbing it. So you just glue that together, okay, and that's it. Now you got yourself a pocket. I'll leave this one to the side, and what I do at this point is I'm just making sure there's no glue on the edge here. I took the liberty to take a little tea bag apart like that, see? So instead of ripping it all the way through, I just ripped the top to make a little pocket, which is right here, see? Okay, so the pocket, what we're gonna do is glue, because I want a double pocket, so I'm going to glue it this way, and this way, okay? And to make sure that I still keep my pocket on this side for the second tag, I will make sure to hold it like this, okay, on this side. So I'm going to put glue all the way around. I'm just going to use art glitter glue because it's just paper to paper, so it should hold just fine. And then you get a smaller little bead too, if I can get it to come out, that is. And I just follow like the kind of the rib of the tea bag. So this tutorial is all about using tea bags as for texture and how I use my tea bags in my journals. So it's just giving you more ideas. So that's fun, right? So now I just kind of flatten it out and like that. Now to make this process a little faster, I've already cut out the tags. So what I do, I just use a scrap. Just like that, right? I think this is the right one. No. I think it's this one. So this one is this one. So it's about 2 inches wide by, I think, 3 inches. So 3 by 2 is what I made this little tag. Now, the other one is a little bit smaller, same height, 3 inches, and I did 2 3/4 inches so that it would fit a little bit better in here. It fits with 2 inch, but I just thought that I don't want it to be too stuck in there. Okay, so now we're gonna do this one. What I do with the tea bag, I like to use them. Oh, I've got this card. Thank you, Artie Mays, for this awesome idea. It's just an old gift card that I have cut the different styles of Korner so I can make a tag real quick. So I just put it like that. Then I got myself a tag. And then I just distressed the sides. And then next thing we do is we use, see, the tea bag as a background behind the photo. So this is from Tracy Fox's awesome kits. She's got so many awesome ones, and I happen to have this picture on my desk, so that's what I used, and one of her labels. So let's see if I can find a picture real quick, because of course, why don't I have a picture? I don't know that. I forgot I had that little kind of cluster. Oh, jeez. So here's a number. Where are my images? So I hope you guys are all doing well, and that you're gonna go check out the other ladies down below. Their awesome videos as well, because they have some awesome ideas for texture as well. They're not tea bags, they're different styles. Another thing that I have created with tea bag is this cover. Now I'll show you how to create this look with tea bags on a tag instead, so that you kind of see. But this is another way to use tea bags. Okay, you can also use them on the edge of a page like this, or as kind of as a background, like we'll do right here. See, like this one. It just gives a lovely texture in the back, and they're so light, so it doesn't create that much bulk at all. Sorry, I'm still looking for a little image. Oh, here we go. I got some images here. Already cut up. Here, we'll just, how about we use this one? I know it's a tag on a tag, but that's okay, right? Okay, so this one is already lovely and has a little stitch on the edge. These are already pre-made, and they're another kit from Tracy Fox. So now we need a little piece of tea bag on the background. So I always have some ready to go, because see, look at the texture, that like the markings, it just adds a beautiful texture on the background. So I will use this little guy. I'm just looking around to see how much I need, and then I just rip around it. Okay, just like that. And then I just, you can use Mod Podge if you want to glue it. Like that. And now usually what I do is I wait until it's completely glued before, or completely dried before I stitch around. But because this one already has a little stitch, I'm not too worried about it. We'll make this one without this stitching. And since it's already wet underneath, I don't even have to put glue. One step less. And then these awesome labels that Tracy has as well, the little number ones, are, I love them. I almost always, now that she's made these awesome. Here, let's do it with blue maybe. I use them like all the time. What about this one? It's quite bright, isn't it? I don't know if I love that one. I think I like this one better. Okay. I'm just going to use art glitter glue because it's right here and it's paper on paper. And of course it doesn't want to come out just cause, right? My daughter's watching My Little Pony, so I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. It's just my life, right? Okay, so now we want a little fluff at the top. I always have a lot of leftover So you could use, I just have this little piece that I will use. This is just a random little piece that I happen to have on my desk. Sorry if I was out of frame there, you guys. And then I love the tiny attacher. This one I didn't do with the tiny attacher, but this one I will, because I was out of staples and I got some. It just showed up today. Now I find that I love how stencils give it a little bit of more depth. So that's what I've got there, and script. See how it just gives it a little something? So that's what we're gonna do with this guy. See how it's like kind of the same, but so different at the same time, right? So I love me some stenciling. So I just go like that, and this is the script stamp I use as well. So vintage photo, and just the edges, nothing too fancy, just enough to give it a little something. Oh, that was a lot darker than I was expecting. So then you can just go like that for the back, and then you've got, whoops, sorry, you've got a tag finish. So I just ink up the edge real quick, and then use my script stamp. So what I do is I pull it up and I just use like a little spot, because I don't want a lot, I just want a little bit. And then you go on this side. It just gives it a little something. See, I love it. So that's what I do. Do what you love, right? So now this little guy will go in our front pocket like that, see? And that is this one. Now we're going to add this little guy. It's just a little butterfly. And I use some cheesecloth, just like that. Glue it in the corner. And then there's different types of tea bag. I've got this super cool, like, it's a lighter, I think it's Tetley's new tea bags. They're nice, but they're not, these are just dollar brand, the dollar store, no name brand tea bags. So it's nothing fancy, but I love the markings on this one as well. I love grunge, but this is kind of like, almost like a mesh. So I take just a little piece, because it just gives another little texture, right? So that's another way of using your tea bags. So I literally go like that. I might add some little gems on this one too, but we'll see. And here's your little butterfly. I like to just curl the sides, just so it kind of pops up, and ink up the edges a bit to get rid of some of the white. So this is one easy way of using tea bags without Mod Podge. I'll show you this tag after how I did it with the Mod Podge. So there you go, just like that. Now they are completely different, and that's what I love about this junk journaling thing. I just love that you reuse stuff that you have just laying around, and just because. If you don't put the pin in right away, I swear it doesn't want to come out. I'm just going to use Fabri-Tac to keep all the layers, since I am using, so what I do is I put a little bit on the corner there. I'm going to take this guy out so it doesn't stick to it. Put a ruler underneath. So even if it sticks on my ruler, it's metal, right? So it won't stick on my tag and get my tag stuck in there. So first thing, cheesecloth, okay, and then tea bag, right? And then the last bit is my butterfly. So I go straight on the butterfly, and it'll sandwich everything in, right? And because I'm doing a video, it's gonna take forever for my Fabri-Tac to go. Come out. Come on. There we go. So that's why I have it upside down, because I don't want to waste the leftovers of the Fabri-Tac. So this guy goes right there. See? Just like that. And now because my ruler is underneath there, it won't stick this pocket to the back, right, as well. So now we have the second tag that goes right here. So I'm going to move this guy over so you guys can still see. Sorry, I got a bunch of scraps here because I was working on this one, I think. We're also, if we have time, I'll show you how I made this one. Okay. Another one of these, a lot of these are Tracy Fox's labels, and this is a one of her new kits. The numbers, or I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So this one, we'll just put it here because it's already done. Hopefully I'm still in frame. See, we're already at 15 minutes. So let's keep going. So I'm going to just, I want the edges rounded, just something. And of course, my cutter is a little bit dull, so I have to do it more than once sometimes, and sometimes they just don't want to be cut, so I turned it around. Okay, we're gonna throw that in there. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera, you guys. Okay, so this one is literally a little cluster of different layers. See? So can you see the tea bag right there? So I always have little scraps of tea bags anyways. So see, like I cut off here. So what I'm doing is I am quite literally just making a ruffle with it. Let me see if I got a bigger one. This one's a little small. There you go. So what I do is I literally go like this. Did you like that noise? That's kind of the back here. So that's another way of using, see your little, that's, oh shoot, sorry if my head went into the frame there. See right here? That is a little tea bag as made kind of as another texture. And then I've got a little bit of tea bag with the brown paper. And then there's another little piece of paper back there as well. So we've got one, two, three, four, five, I think, possibly 5 layers there. Now you don't need to put 5 layers. That's just, I'm just using up my scraps that I happen to have on my desk at that time, right? So I have some brown paper that I just had a strip of that I put first. See, that's kind of what's sticking out here. We're going to just do, not think, right? Because we want to get this done as fast as I can, so I can show you as many ways as possible to use it. So this guy will, so what I'm doing right now is I'm gluing the layers so that when I put it through my machine, it's not gonna go all over the place because they're tiny, right? I want it to kind of stay. So what I'm gonna do is, and there you go. You can leave it like that, put another label if you want, but for today, I'm just going to stitch it and keep it simple because I want to do a couple more things. And that's that. There you go. So we want the little cluster, so ink it. And then you decorate it whichever way you want it. See, my cutter kind of caught it, but that's okay. And then a little bit of see, didn't even have to re-ink it. These stencils are fun because they just give it a little something, and it's super quick, see? And it's done. I'll put a little, I always have little itty bits of different things around. I should have just had those little pictures ready right away so I didn't have to search for them. Sorry. Here, we'll use this one because why not, right? We'll go this way. It's already been inked. Perfect. And we're just going to use a little piece of tea bag. It's just the little clusters, and most clusters work really well with 3s. So always remember 3s. If you're not sure how to get it together, I will probably do another video after this one. Of course I put it kind of, okay, that'll work. Okay, and then with the, because I promised you guys a video on how do you call it, how I make my stuff looks old, like just printables. So there you go, we've got our second tag. Now let's do this one real quick before we run out of time. So what I've done is I have Mod Podged on the back. Now, due to circumstances and time limitation, I've already Mod Podged a second one. So I will just do a couple. But what I do is I cover the whole thing. Use Mod Podge. I use matte. And I'm going to check the time real quick. I don't do anything with the tea bags. Whoops. I don't cut them ahead. I literally, I'll show you. I literally just stick them down. I have done a quick like time lapse of this on my Instagram before. So if you want to see a little bit more of it, because we're kind of crunched on time, I might do another one with more ideas with tea bags, just because I love it. And that way we can maybe craft a little longer. I don't know, we'll see. I have so many ideas constantly coming through my brain. I tell you, oops, I just dropped my whole tube. So you want some, but not too much, right? So literally cover your piece completely. I'm gonna look at the time. See, we've got about a couple more minutes. Okay, so that's kind of what I do, right? I cover the whole thing. So it goes, we're gonna fast forward, sorry. So it kind of shows like, so your piece will be covered kind of like this, right? It's coming out of the edge, then you can trim the edges after. I do the same thing. I use my card to do the edges, and then I ink. And then same thing with this side, it's just scraps. Don't overthink it. I'm going to close my Mod Podge because it's already dry. There's not lots in there either. Just gonna put that there for now. Okay, so this is your little bit. I'm just making a lovely mess. So we've got, I think it should be dry. This one. This one. Am I still in frame? Yep. And then we'll do this little cluster on the edge here. So again, here you go. We can use this guy. It's a little bit of ledger, like that. Okay, we're just gonna commit and go with it. That's that piece right here, except this was lined paper instead. I did not ink it. As you can tell, it's a little bit long. I'm going to sew this after, so I'm not too concerned about the gluing it really well. The next piece is a little piece of tea dyed paper or whatever I've got. So it's about, and I want the little kind of roughed edge, right? Like that, right? And then some cheesecloth. Cut a little piece. A little too wide. This goes like, see right here? That's the cheesecloth. So we're going to, it's kind of like, sort of like that. And then we'll just, I'm just going to kind of put it sort of in an angle and an image. Sort. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I'm going to ink the edge. I really like that. Okay. This is Tim Holtz cutout. I just have them right beside me. And then I think I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because I'm going, like I said earlier, I'm going to stitch it. And this one is just kind of, I know it's going to hold it, right? And what it's doing too is sandwiching all that stuff, right? So I will go like that. Now you don't have to stitch. You don't have to do the stitching part here, okay? You can, definitely. Do I have? I thought I had one under here. Sorry. A little label. Oh, there it is. And there you go. You got yourself a label, right? I did not ink the edges of that one. So there's a lot of things you can do with tea bags. So don't throw them out. You can do like covers like I showed you. And now I'm just going to sew real quick. And that will be, I'm just going to sew this part. I'm not going to sew around. I'm just going to staple a tag at the top here. It doesn't need to have. It doesn't need to have stitching all the way around. Trim that a little bit. And there you go. You got yourself a tag. You could also use your tea bags, fold them, and make your little tag at the top here too if you want. Let's do that just for fun. So I hope you guys play along and you try this out. And I hope you enjoyed this little video. I'm just going to cut this. And it just gives you another little texture. It's so much fun. Okay, let's put it together. This guy goes in here. And as usual, I am going to ink the edges. And we'll be done. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'm sorry I'm a little rushed. I'm trying to do this under 30 minutes. Just ink the edges. I guess I don't really have to do it right on camera. Again, stencil corners. I love that the polka dots too though. So, and then your lovely script, right? Trying to not. And then this one just, and they're wonderful to stick in your journals or give even as a gift. So there you go, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you give it a go. And thank you so much for watching and playing along. And I will probably have another little tutorial on possibly how to make that long tag, this guy, because we just don't have enough time today. So hope you had fun and I hope you go check out all the other people's, and thanks again for watching. Bye for now.